everybody. This is Dannenmueller with Crappie Now magazine with another How to Rig Your Boat segment on electronics. Everyone has questions about electronics, where to mount it, where to place it on your boat, what is best as far as the type of height, location of the units. What I've got here is my boat, and I'm back in the shop getting ready to go for our next trip. I wanted to show you a couple things about that. We're on the front end of the boat where all the fishing takes place for the most part, and what we're going to talk about today is about mounts, location of the units, and how you should rig these on the front end of the boat. First of all, we have a unit here that's up at the height of the fisherman so we can see it from our seats. Therefore I can adjust it, move it, change the settings on the unit, mark waypoints, tracks, etc. for fishing. If you'll notice, what I have here is a very long 12-inch bracket that goes to a base. It's made by Balls Out or Balls Z, depending on how you say it. And this company allows you to adjust these any way you want. And you have a base that bolts or screws to your deck, along with an extension that allows it up to a higher level where you can read it without glare. Glare is a big thing. If you've all been fishing, you know what I'm talking about. This is an add-on. I did mount this to the deck with the bracket. It came with the Garmin, and this is an 11-inch or 10.4-inch new Garmin. I've also got mounted with that my Hydrowave, so everything's right there at my touch, and I can see everything very clearly as I'm fishing. If you notice, I did this off to the side up front because I didn't have a mounting location here in the center for me to be able to post it. I have another depth finder. It's in the dash that Ranger actually installed in the dash now in their boats, especially in the 21, 22 footers. I think they do it in some of the other boats as well, where you can put a 10, 1100 series or lower unit into a dash up here where you can have it flush mounted. The only problem with this is that there's a lot of glare on your unit and you can't reach it easily when you're fishing. So a lot of the pros and a lot of the guys I see out in the water now are going to where they extend it up to you closer, so therefore it's easier for you to work. If you don't want it that high, there's another mounting system. This is again a Balls Out system. You can get any kind of gimbals, those type of things, ball type mounts that you can put and mount them. If you notice, if I put that here, it's a lot lower. It's at my fingertips. Another way to do it is put a different plate in the front here and then mount your particular mount that you want extended up so you can see it from the front instead of being flush mounted. It's up to where you can see it. These are so strong that when you're running down the water, no matter how fast you're running, they will not move. I've run down the highway with this unit like this at 70 miles an hour going down the interstate. So they will not move. Some of your ball units that you get or extensions will move. So it's a great idea to be able to mount your electronics. And then the other thing that you do when you're installing all of this is make sure you cover all your wires in some type of covering that will allow you to protect those wires as it's going down the highway or as you're fishing, so they're not scattered all over the place. There's Transistor Shield and Saver people actually sell this coating stuff you can get very cheaply, and you put over your wires and it consolidates them and improves you as far as up here where you don't have it in your way at your feet or you're stumbling over it or it gets in the way of your rods and reels. We run this into a transducer that is on the trolling motor so that we're looking at what we're fishing. The unit is seeing exactly where you're at, and the GPS, a lot of them now are built into the units. You can get the GPS and it'll be right there where you're fishing, so you're right on that waypoint, you're right where you want to fish. If you're using a Humminbird and it's not built in, I had Humminbird GPSs put on front and rear so that if I'm up front, I want to see where I'm at on that GPS point without being 20 feet away. And then I have one in the back so that I can tell if I'm idling or if I'm checking things, I know exactly where I'm at when I'm idling. That's so important when you're mounting all of your electronics to make sure you have the read where you're at fishing. Otherwise you're 20 feet off and you got to mentally think about all that, and we've got enough going on when we're trying to catch the fish. I hope this helps you in rigging your boat for some electronics on the front end of the boat. I'm Dan Dannenmueller with Crappie Now magazine. I'm about to go fishing. You go too.